All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this segment of our athletes focus. We've got a special guest with us today. Kai, or otherwise known as Spartan Kai, is with us.
Hi.
And we're going to talk a little bit about the success that she's been having in her training and fitness and her overall health, and kind of focus on the things that she does to ensure that that's happening. Let me go ahead and share screen here and we'll get right down to it. I want to remind everybody that these testimonials basically are individual experiences with the LifeWave patches. We don't treat, diagnose, or cure any diseases. The patches don't do that. The patches just allow the body to stimulate and heal itself, which is the way the body was intended to heal. So we're not making any claims as far as that goes, but we just want to make sure that people are aware of what is possible with the phototherapy patches. So I'm Casey Mitzel. If I haven't met you before, I've got a degree in nutrition sciences and dietetics. My second major was health education. And for the last 30 years, I've been a certified personal trainer. I'm a certified nutrition coach. I'm a virtual training specialist. And I have a couple of health clubs and a HIIT studio that I'm in partnership with another great friend of ours. And this is where I met Kai, who, because we are a affiliate of Spartan DECA. And that was where Kai had came to compete in her DECA event. So she'll fill you in on all of that. Just a real quick overview of my family here. And I want to tell you a little bit about how I heard about LifeWave. So I was dealing with some elbow pain, a lot of elbow pain. Used to come and go. It finally was sticking around. It was stuck around for a long period of time. And I'm just like going, okay, this is not any kind of fun. And if you know me, you know I enjoy my training. I had just committed to doing a bodybuilding show for my 50th birthday, and I couldn't even do bicep curls. And what would literally happen is I'd have to like either modify or not even do workouts, or I would have to just go in for treatment and massage and red light therapy and all that kind of stuff to try to get it to relax so that I could come back another day and train. That's not the way I wanted to go into my 50s. I wanted to go in thriving. I wanted to go in feeling better than I ever have. So I called up my buddy and I said, I hear you've been doing these patches for your frozen shoulder. I got to try them. So I got on them with a very short period of time. My elbow pain went completely away. My low back pain went completely away. I was able to train for this bodybuilding championship that happened last September. And yeah, I mean, the rest is kind of history. Once we knew what was possible with the patches, we just knew that we needed to share with people. So in my kind of like muscle brain, I immediately thought that there's tons of people I know who are working out in pain who would like to be not working out in pain. And I thought this would be a great way to introduce those to our members and our clients and family who have those issues. What I later discovered is that this is literally for everybody. Everybody can benefit from this. We're seeing incredible health healing in all categories, aging population, especially aging population. But no matter the health condition, we've got something that's going to help with that person. So we're going to focus kind of on athletics today because we've got our special guest that's her focus. But this is really for everybody. You'll see, hopefully you'll see that in some of the testimonials that you've watched and witnessed already. So let's go ahead and bring on Kai, Spartan Kai, and
Hi.
welcome. Tell us a little bit about what you do, like what your career is, and how you utilize that to assist and help people.
So I'm Spartan Kai. I'm basically a Spartan athlete. I take part in Spartan races, OCR races, DECAs, basically everything that you can think of, a lot of endurance races. I'm actually set to take on the 10K Portland Marathon and the Silver Falls race, which is a 7-miler race in October. I'm actually set to take on a full Spartan trifecta weekend in September for where it's a 21K, 10K, and a 5K all in one weekend. I'm also part of a group called Dealers of Hope USA, where we take adaptive athletes on field and course basically we actually have a couple wheelchairs going out in September, so I'm actually super excited for that. I'm also a massage therapist, so I help a lot of people in my day-to-day life with healing and uh, a lot of other elements.
Yeah, absolutely. So share with me a little bit about this photo right here. Tell me what this means to you, because I mean, I know what we do at DECA, and I know how impactful it is to people who come in and do the event. People of really every shape, size, athletic ability. But you know, you had competed last year, and then you came back this year, and I think it's important for people to kind of understand what DECA can do, and what the events that you're doing in general can do for a person. Because I know you had on the strong, you were kind of, you know, you had a personal thing that was going on, that this was an amazing tribute for your grandmother, I believe. And then you actually competed in the mile for your birthday. So tell us about that. What does this picture mean to you?
So that means to me purpose. For those that know me and don't know me, basically June 12th, so basically 9 weeks ago, I actually found out that I went into remission for autoimmune and hemoglobin anemia, which I was battling for the beginning of this year, which I was going through days where I was puking, sick. I couldn't even do things with my kids on the daily because I was basically battling for my life. And so when I got into June, I decided to do the DECA Strong just to basically, this is my success of basically becoming in remission. But sadly, on June 13th, I suffered a personal loss where my great grandmother passed away the day before DECA. So, on top of going into DECA, basically being weaned off medications for treatments for AIHA, I also had to suffer with grief, and I could relive that day to where I can honestly say I did not think I was going to go to DECA strong at all. I was fighting the grief and battling, just, you know, feeling like I can't do it. I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to PR. It's not even worth it. But in my head, I heard my great grandmother say, "No, you better get your butt up. You're going to do it. You're a Spartan. You don't quit." So I decided that night that, and I basically told my family, "No, I'm going," which
Wow.
is hard, but I said, "No, I'm going. I'm going to fight. I'm going to do this." So basically, June 14th, I competed in DECA Strong, and basically that's where my patch journey began.
Yeah, and I mean, I think you can see you got the family there who's supporting you. The environment is very supportive. I know people were just cheering you on like crazy. This is the final one right here, which is the burpees at the end, of course, for the finale. But it was so inspiring to see you come back and compete again. And from this one to the next one, you PR'd your time, which was amazing, and celebrated your birthday at the same time. So that's pretty awesome. I mean, from what people don't know, if they don't know about DECA, like DECA is basically, you know, Spartan's goal is to positively impact 100 million lives through fitness. And the DECA event is designed as a scalable, inclusive tool to help that vision. So what that means is that whether you've done, like these are all movements that people can do, even if they're not skilled in modalities such as, you know, kipping pull-ups, that there's a skill required, deadlifts, you know, snatches, things like that. But this is generally functional movements that people can do: wall ball, over shoulders, lunges, box step overs, ski erg, rower machine, all the things. So it's easy it's easy. It's not easy. It's extremely difficult, but it's easy for people who may not be familiar with a lot of exercise movement technique to go in and just compete and have fun. It's fun in a weird way, as we always say. And then Joe DeCina, who's the founder of Spartan, he says, "We created DECA as a fitness test for all levels for elite athletes and for anybody who's new to fitness." So they're on a mission to change 100 million lives, as we said. So that's pretty cool. You know, you just found out that you're going to be able to take some people through a race event. Tell us a little bit about that.
So I am actually going to be joining Dealers of Hope USA, which is a nonprofit that empowers individuals to rise above challenges, break barriers, and push beyond limits. And through endurance racing challenges, obstacle course racing, and challenging things during their day-to-day life, we are basically a community of strength and resilience, and we believe that anything is possible if we just work in unity. So I am actually, this is my second year
Hmm.
with them. Um, Basically, we will be taking wheelchairs out this Spartan. I will actually be taking part in the 5K and being able to hopefully uh, pull a wheelchair this year. So I'm super excited about that.
Wow, that is awesome. And you know what? I did just a little bit of research on you. Were you given some kind of a life-saving award at some point?
I actually in a massage school at that time. Basically, I was leaving school after doing CPR classes. I actually got certified that day, and some man basically suffered a cardiac arrest outside Lloyd Center by Carrington, where my school was. And basically, everybody was just standing around, like, okay, what do we do? It's like, move aside. I'm just going to do this, and, I'll handle it. Please go get the uh, device and all that, and basically brought him back to life, which I did not expect to be actually recognized for that.
Yeah, of course. I mean, knowing your character, I mean, you're going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
You're just there to help people. I mean, I know that. So it's amazing, and it's wonderful that that they highlighted that for you and just just gave you the acknowledgement for just
There's actually a Carrington article about that and me. So
yeah, that's awesome. I smiled when I saw that. I'm just like, of course she did. Of course she's going to do that. So that's awesome. Well, tell us a little bit about as you said, your patching journey. What is your patching journey? What does that look like, and what are you excited about? Maybe not only for your health and fitness, but for your family and for your clients and your friends close to you. What Tell us a little bit about the patches. What's going on with the patches?
so basically, once I started with the patches, basically July 9th, that's when we started. I'm not gonna lie, the first day you patched me, I was like, yeah, I don't think this is gonna work, but it did. So basically, as you said, on my birthday this year, I actually went to Deca Mile and actually celebrated my 35th birthday by dealing Deca. And basically, that that day, I actually got my first PR on them. I My time was 47, I think 47:33, and I beat it at 44:24, if I'm not mistaken. And so that was a huge shock. I'm like, not gonna lie, when Shirley handed me the slip, I'm like, you got to be playing a prank on me because there's no way I did it. And it's like, I literally cried because I really didn't have faith in these patches at first. But you sold me on the patches. So basically, I started on the patches. I've been on them for 38 days now. And basically, I have seen improvement with my cardiovascular. I've been basically being able to run, enjoy life. Actually, the patches have drawn me and my husband closer. Uh, we're not, I'm not stressed. You know, little things doesn't bother me. And basically, the grief of my grandmother, my great grandmother, I'm not dealing with it as much, especially with toxic people that have been bringing me down. And so that's actually helping me uh, with my mental health as well. It doesn't bother me. It's like, okay, well, you don't exist in my world. Right now, I'm focused on me and my family. That's it. If you're not in that equation, then yeah, you're
Did you
not.
say your husband has been getting better sleep? And yeah. So what's his history and what's how have the patches helped him?
So my husband is a Army veteran. His pain, he's also a welder. He has pain in his shoulder a lot. That's actually helped him a lot with the discomfort, the ice waves. The X39s has actually helped him a lot sleep better, but also because he suffers from sleep apnea, it's actually keeping me from smothering him with a pillow because he snores very loud, and
Saving his
I'm
life,
very
literally.
grateful.
Right. That is awesome. So, and here's what I can attest to the success that you're having, because almost every day, and this, I love this. So never stop it. Almost every day, Kai sends me her printout from her Orange Theory workouts, and literally PR after PR after PR, all the improvements that are going on, all the increases in mileage, all the things that are happening. Which, from a health guy, from a fitness guy, that's so encouraging to just see the improvements and to know that you're just crushing your goals, and that's so fun for me.
Yeah, I actually just completed Ultra Mile for our marathon month, which was 31.1 actually yesterday, so day 14.
Wow, that's awesome. So, well, one of the things I wanted to do was I wanted to just share a little bit more about what LifeWave is, what the company is all about. And then for those people who are asking you, because I know tons of people are like, Kai, what the heck are you doing?
Mhm.
You can share this video with them, and then they can find out exactly what it is that you're doing. So let's go ahead and do that. I got a video I want to share. Um, let's see here if I can find my screen again.
In a world searching for answers, one discovery is changing everything. A patch, no bigger than a quarter, built not to treat symptoms, but to wake up the healer inside you. This is X39, a wearable, light-activated patch. Designed by David Schmidt, an inventor with over 200 patents. His mission? To reverse aging naturally. This isn't science fiction. It's stem cell activation without injections, without pills. Your body repairing itself. The results? Life-changing energy, recovery, sleep, relief. And the medical world? It's taking notice. Still skeptical? Visit thisisitinfo.com. You'll find the studies, the patents, the proof. It's all there. But there's more. This tiny patch isn't just transforming lives, it's creating freedom. Because behind it is a business model built for the bold. Real people, real results. Income that scales with impact. And here's why. Because this breakthrough technology is patented and exclusive, it offers a lucrative business plan that allows you to compound your efforts. More people than ever are struggling in today's economy. You can no longer rely on your own sweat equity alone to make a living. This business model allows you to duplicate yourself, and even better, to benefit from other people's efforts. So your income no longer depends solely on you. By duplicating yourself over and over, the income potential is far greater than a conventional job, career, or profession. And you're never alone. The This Is It system gives you the tools, the path, the team. All you have to do is start. The question is no longer if it works, it's whether you'll act or let this moment pass. Will you keep waiting or finally feel your body come alive again? Will you stay financially stuck or build something that lasts? Isn't it time to start living life on your own terms? The This Is It action plan will set you on a path to live out the dreams you have for your family. Get back with the person who shared this video so you can experience the age-reversing health and the exciting lifestyle that thousands are already enjoying. This is the technology, this is the team, and this is your moment. This is it.
that's probably the first time you've seen that video. It's brand new. So it's pretty cool. So let's just go into real quickly, just a little bit about what this is all about. So I'm going to share a screen here again and just talk a little bit about the technology, because I know people are interested in what that all means. But what we're really dealing with here is we're dealing with stem cells that are essentially going dormant. So as we age, obviously, that process happens naturally. It's just something that happens. It's the natural degradation of the human body, which isn't that much fun. I think we can all agree that the aging process is not that much fun. I think nobody really wants it. But after 30, like only half of our stem cells are really functioning the way that they should. And after 60, we lose almost all stem cell activity. So from an anti-aging or slowing the aging process down, we've got to find a way to kind of help correct that if we want to continue to see to be able to do the things that we want to do, right? Stem cells are responsible for pretty much everything. So they as an infant or as an embryo, they actually build your body out. They build the organs, all the tissues, everything about your body starts from a stem cell and then multiplies from there. And then later on, it's for healing, your body's ability to heal. So when you have a workout that breaks you down, or even just life that breaks you down, and stress and sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss, all that kind of stuff, the stem cells are basically not doing what they could do to help support all that. So it's a process with the phototherapy that's called biophotomodulation. And basically what that means is, I usually ask people, what do they know about it? And they might say they don't know a whole lot about it, but we all do know something about it, because it's like what the sun does for our vitamin D. So you basically have a stimulus from the light, and it creates that stimulus that your body responds by creating vitamin D3. Same thing with melatonin and serotonin. That's if the lights are on, basically your serotonin's a little bit more alive and alert. And then when the darkness comes in, we start to get sleepy. That's your melatonin kicking in. And melanin is also a good example of that. It's the sun doesn't bake you into a color. It basically just stimulates a peptide called melanin, which actually protects your skin, and is what people would say is a suntan, or the color of their skin. So question number 2 is, of course, do you know that your body has light? Do you know that your body is literally infrared and has light sources coming from it? And most people do, if you're familiar with my favorite movie back in the 80s, which was The Predator. And essentially what it is the alien character is hunting everybody in the forest, and he's going off their heat signatures or off their thermal imaging to locate them. So that gives you a good example. And also, people that are familiar with infrared binoculars and things like that. So here's the inventor, David Schmidt. He's the CEO. He's the inventor. He's one of the most brilliant people I've ever listened to, and watched his information, and his science is just incredible. He's the designer of the X39 and the other patches. He specializes in age reversal. And in 2008, he focused almost exclusively on stem cell, and has 200 patents, which, if you can think about that for a minute, is quite a bit. So this technology is actually patented. And the thing about a patent is you can't patent a placebo. So what that means is that when this little blurb here where it says that it enhances the copper peptide, GHKCU copper peptide, is going to increase that into your body, and your body will naturally have that happen. And then it will do the things that it needs to do, such as energy improvements, healing, repair, wherever the stem cells can go. That's where it's going to go to help cause your body to heal itself. Okay, so real quick, I wanted to explain how the phototherapy patches actually work. So it's a proprietary form of phototherapy, and it's a patented nanocrystal technology. And basically what that is think of it like a mirror, okay? And that nanocrystal mirror that's attached to wherever you put it on your body, but let's say the back of your neck, your infrared light from your own body is going to go through that patch. It's going to send it back like a mirror or a reflector, and it's going to send it back in a particular wavelength. And that wavelength is going to be the one that promotes the copper peptide, the GHKCU copper peptide in the case of X39. Now, it's completely non-transdermal. Nothing enters your skin. There's no drugs, chemicals, or stimulants. It's non-invasive. So it's just a really cool, all-natural way of increasing all kinds of great benefits and letting your body actually do the work. Here's how you wear it. There's several different protocols. several different ways that you can wear it, but this is the most common. We wear them for 12 hours because there's an attenuation period that you don't want your body to get used to the stimulus. So put it on for 12 hours, take it off for 12 hours, put a new one on the next day, stay hydrated, keep your electrolytes up. You're talking about cellular and light communication, so you definitely want the body to be conducting all of that very efficiently. And you can place it wherever you need to, because X39 can go literally anywhere, but the studies were done in two spots. It was done under your belly button and then under your C6 or under that knob on the back of your neck, right along your spine. So what can you expect? Well, increased strength. And I think we can check off the boxes for Kai because she's seen all these things: increased strength, reduced inflammation, increased stamina, energy, vitality, mental clarity, restored muscle or skeletal conditions, improvements in sleep, and improved skin appearance. So in the first couple of days alone, you have over 4,000 genes that are resetting. That's a pretty big deal. That's about a third. Within 6 weeks, your brain becomes balanced. And within 3 months, your collagen is increased. And within 6 months, there's actually data that supports your heart reverses in age. And for aging people or people with heart stuff going on, that's kind of a big deal. Here's a photo image of, or this would be a topography graph of brain balancing that's going on with this person who was using X39, a 77-year-old woman. You can see in session 1, there's a lot of stuff going on: inflammation in the brain, lack of brain coherence. By session 2, which was 3 weeks later, you can see there's starting to be some balance. Kai talked about this. She talked about her anxiety and stress and some of the things that are no longer so severe, and basically has just offered a lot of improvements in just personal life and relationships. So that's amazing. Session 3, which was weeks after that, there's a complete turnaround. You can see the balance. So it's very awesome when these things happen, because people feel the difference and they just know that it's really working for them. If anybody wants more information, you can go to thisisitinfo.com, which was where that video came from, and it will go over the patents, it'll go over the research, it'll go over some testimonials. This section right here, click on the testimonials up on the top screen. You'll see some of the things that people have been able to heal themselves of. It's pretty awesome. So here is basically, in a nutshell, how you get these on your body, how you start using these. There's 3 different ways. The first way is what we call just being a customer, and the customer has a full retail price. So that's $149.95 for the X39. Nobody does that, because you have the option to do number 2, which is the preferred customer, which means that once you set up a monthly subscription, you get it for $99.95. So you save just by getting started that way. And the most popular way that almost everybody gets started with is they just come on as a wholesaler, or like a membership, which is like Costco, because you'll have wholesale pricing. You're already able to share with friends and family if they want to also find out what you're doing. You can just share with them. So that's option number 3. Option number 3, I'll show you the below wholesale pricing here. If you get started with what's called the core package, it's 3 sleeves of X39. There are some customizations you can make in the package if you want to, but the most powerful patch, and the one that is really leading the charge, is the X39. So that's 3 sleeves of X39, or you can do the advanced. A lot of couples and a lot of families will do the advanced, which is 6 sleeves, of course, customizing if you need to with the credits. And then what our business builders oftentimes do is the premium. And this is because they usually have these available for retail in their shops, their chiropractic offices, their massage therapy studios, their beauty salons, personal training studios, whatever the case may be. But it's nice to have those that inventory available for people to purchase them right from you. But the most popular way is to just come online. Basically, Kai will be somebody who can help you out, and you just let her know that you're interested in getting started, and she'll get it all set up for you. So a little bit about the company. It's been amazing to be a part of them in the last 18 months or so. This is a 20-year-old company. They went from 20 million in 2020 to 600 million in 2024. That's a huge increase in over 80 countries. And what's really cool about this, and this is why You got to spread the word. It's not a Me Too product. It's not one of the products that everybody's fighting over who's making the best protein or who's making the best electrolytes or who's making the best meal replacement. That doesn't exist here because of the patent. There's nobody else who does this. So it's completely blue ocean. And when we're talking about a wearable health technology, and you have a blue ocean product that nobody knows about yet, there's a huge opportunity for people to share this with other people and help get those people healthy, which, as you know, and as Kai, it's this her whole mission is to help others and do well to others. So that's in a nutshell, that's basically what X39 and LifeWave is all about. All right. So Kai, I want to thank you for jumping on here. I want to let people know that if you share this video with them, that they can just reach out to you and they can learn how to get these on their body, start getting some internal healing with the phototherapy. And I'm also available at any time to answer questions for people, help them get started as well. So any last things you want to leave our audience with?
So to go back to what you asked me with the picture, when I said the word purpose, it's not just a word, it's a battle cry. It's the fuel that burns within, fueled by the darkness moments and the greatest triumphs. As Jelly Rose said, failure is what makes you great. I've lived those words. I faced illness and that nearly took my life. The weight of toxic voices that whispered I was worthless and nearly broke me to end my life. But also that power within me to refuse to give in. And as the true Spartan that I am, I dug deep in the found strength to rise above. I pushed myself to new heights. With LifeWave patches, I've achieved 7 personal bests. I've actually dropped 4.4 in weight within the last 38 days. And with these patches, it's also helping me be with my kids, be with my husband. I'm living the best life I can. And basically, I'm driven to basically keep climbing and keep pushing my limits and to inspire others to do the same.
That you do. I can attest to that because I've seen it live and in person at all the things that you do. And no, you really are a blessing to other people. And I just want to encourage you to keep spreading the word on just fitness, health, nutrition, mental health, all the things that so many people are dealing with. And I know you're leading the charge in that area. And this is just another tool to assist people onto better health. So thanks for joining us today and keep changing lives.